What's up, everyone? I'm going to talk a little bit about blockchain. Everything is blockchain these days, and do we even need every single damn thing to have the pitch that they're going to blockchain? So yeah, just let's wait for the stream to fill up a little bit more, and then we can have this very in-depth discussion. What's up, Life Size Box? I know it's very early, in the US. For those who are watching, thank you so much. For those who are, probably in Asia, it's in the afternoon. Yeah, exactly. Ash, thanks so much, man, for watching. So yeah, let's get started. So does everything need to be blockchain? So I was reading about I watched recently Andreas Antonopoulos' video on the infrastructure of cryptocurrencies and blockchain, and I realized that a lot of these projects are getting away with huge sums of money without even have the intention of saying that they're going to build a blockchain. So the whole ICO scene is just a mess, and most of them don't even have the capabilities in terms of the professional capabilities from a legal standpoint to the technological standpoint, meaning that they did not engage the right developers to come and do the job, or they never had the intention to. They just claim that they would, or they'll plan to raise the money first via ICO, and then from then engage the team. Now, so this is why I've always, especially at Crypto Grinders, we've always been very vigilant in the kind of projects that we get invested in. Sure, we've always been we've always said that people always like ridicule us for recommending projects that are already out there for some time, or the market cap is too high. What's up, Nacho? And end of the day, we sometimes get flagged for not being too aggressive. Cryptocurrencies in general are aggressive. Even a solid project can pull back and and not have any solid returns for at least three months or so. And when I look back, when I gave those recommendations from initially was Ethereum, Litecoin, ETC, and then after that we moved on to a little bit more aggressive projects like Quantum, OMG, Civic. We were always talking about the same damn things until personally I was thinking, was I being too conservative in a sense? And looking back, I don't regret at all, because what we saw in terms of from valuation, from speaking to the teams, from speaking to the marketing directors, to the founders, to the lead developers, we realized that we were on the right track. And I don't wanna bash anyone. That person obviously knows that whatever that they have been trying to recommend is downhill right now. We're talking about 80 to 90% down. And sometimes it's very hard. I don't even blame that person, because like I said, this ICO scene, everybody wants to be a hero. Everybody wants to be the next god of crypto, where they recommended that very favorite ICO that does very, very well from the very get-go, and can do a 5x 10x. But that's not what we're here for. So the title is, does everything need to be blockchain? The straight answer is no. Because if you're talking about payment processors and all that, okay, and you want to tell me that you want to blockchain, sure, you want to use the technology, you want to use the concept, you want to raise money with blockchain. But when you talk about decentralization, you need to have enough nodes, so that when enough nodes are literally staking or mining your chain, you are able to process the transactions. You're gonna continue to create blocks. Now, when you talk about look at Bitcoin. How long did it take Bitcoin to establish its network? 8 years, guys. 7 to 8 years. How much mining power is being dedicated to the Bitcoin network? So much hashing power is being dedicated to the Bitcoin network, and you're telling me that you want to create a blockchain project, okay, and you want to raise, say, 15, 30, 45, 100 million, and you claim that you are going to be the next big fucking thing, and end up you don't get your legal done up properly, and now people's funds are being stuck. And that is the reason why crypto grinders will never fucking buy into the hype. We will always go and interview the CEOs. We will always interview the lead developers, and we let you guys come up with the questions. We let you scrutinize the projects, right? We get paid for these interviews for sure, because at the end of the day, we're not here to, we have staff to pay, we have mouths to feed. But at the end of the day, when we bring the information to you guys, you get to scrutinize this guy, whether he's full of bullshit or he is the real deal, right? Because guys, a developer team, just look at Quantum's developer team. How much dedication, you look at the number of commits, you look at the number of, you look at their GitHub, just look at their GitHub. What the fuck are they doing every single day? And how much commitments are there? How many people are contributing? Because it's open source, right? Open source means that there are a lot of people working on it. Look at Bitcoin. You look at Bitcoin's GitHub, right? How many people are contributing to it? You roughly know already whether this is going to be a popular project or not. And then after that, you have the new ICOs that are claiming to be this and that. They have this latest thing and not. You know, the only project that so far that we've been working with is Pundi X. And Pundi X, right, although they are gonna be a blockchain later, or maybe not at all, but I'm not sure. But at the end of the day, they have a POS system. They have already established themselves in cafes and restaurant establishments. They already have Pundi app that was already done up before Pundi X came out. You get what I'm saying? They dedicated their blood, sweat, and seed money in before they even dared to even ask for more money from the public. Do you see where I'm coming from, guys? So you see, we are people who are looking at these kind of projects, right? And these kind of projects are the ones that are going to at least have the best chance to take off. Will they fail? Yes, they still can fail, because there are many elements. For example, market adoption. You can talk about key men leaving projects. At the end of the day, maybe they're not they don't have enough fund, or they ran out of funding, right? Because maybe burn rate is too high. And at the same time, most of these projects, for example, they are starting up at the very proof of concept stage, and then it moves on to commercialization and then scaling up. Do you know that all these ICOs, they are really trying to speed up the stage? They don't even want to come up with any fucking money, alright, of their own. They may say they came up with X amount of seed capital, but in actual fact, maybe they're just putting up their credentials on LinkedIn, and people like us who may not have the smarts to look at the project in its entirety, or they come from a country that may not use LinkedIn, right? For example, China doesn't use LinkedIn, guys. You look at Russia, not many people use LinkedIn. Okay, most of the people who use LinkedIn are in the developing countries, right? They know how they use LinkedIn. But do you know that the LinkedIn profile can be created overnight? But the connections, so this is the thing, right? I'm sure there are a lot of ICOs that are going to be probably watching this episode, and they're going to get smarter. So the connections is something that takes time, right? But you could fake the connections, especially because you can start connecting. You can type blockchain investor, and suddenly you have lots of connections, because people are looking for investors to come into this space. Because I am an investor myself in most of the projects that I recommend. I get a lot of PMs from LinkedIn myself. I got a lot of connections, but I'm very selective. I actually check the profiles. But do you know what? The profiles can be manipulated just like a Facebook profile. So a lot of things, guys, are so difficult. I tell you, when I tell you this, even when I actually talk about projects, especially, no worries, Hamza, it's okay, man. We can always catch up later. So when I recommend these projects, or when I even bring these projects on, right, I want you guys to be able to sniff out the BS. And for those projects that are one level up, we bring them into the private group, and then from then they are able to really dissect and tear up the project from the inside. And that's what we do. We've always been fucking honest from the moment we started the channel. When I started it alone, I told myself I can't do this alone. I need people who are more analytical than myself. And that's when I brought in my CTO. From then, I brought in my researchers in. Everyone from different backgrounds, accounting and finance, from business management, and then after that, we're bringing in someone who is late. He has not signed the contract yet, but I think he's going to be joining us very confidently. He's someone who is been in a startup before. He's been an operations manager before. And we're having these kind of talents, guys. And also, my own Discord group is the most fucking critical out there. Okay, they question me left, right, and center, like, why are you talking about this project? What does this project have in terms of product? Where's the overall presence that they're going to be building? How much seed capital did they come up with initially? Where is their progress in the next 6 to 12 months? They ask me all this kind of shit, guys, and I get this kind of scrutiny all the time because that's just the way I am, right? Just the way I created my business to be, right? It's just like, for example, I mean, props to Ivan on tech and box mining for what they do, you know? But at the end of the day, they don't have to face investors. They don't have to face putting out their recommendations, because at the end of the day, they talk about it, right? They are here to educate. But for me, for crypto grinders, our team, we're here to put out projects so that you can fucking make money. You see, that's the whole idea. So when I don't make money, you don't make money. It's simple as that. Look at how all our recommendations have been solidly progressing through the whole month, right? We're talking about from when I started in May until now. Whatever project that we've recommended, other than, okay, Humanic was down, Ripple down, Stellar Lumens was down. Everything else we have more or less, especially when we have allocated a higher allocation, Quantum, ETC at the time. We looked at Litecoin. We looked at Bitcoin itself, of course, right? And then gradually, we started to venture out. We've started to venture out. Pundi X, we started to move a little bit out of our comfort zone. Pundi X. We looked at other projects, for example, like Spectre.io. We are looking at Komodo. All these projects have gradually shown their stuff. Did we invest in the ICO? No, we didn't. For Pundi X, yes. But that was our like second or third project. The very first time I did ICO was Humanic. That was a long time back. But where are they now? I don't even know where the heck are they now. Where are they now, honestly? So, does every project need to have a blockchain? No, they don't. Guys, they don't have to have a blockchain project. But do they need a product? They do. Okay, so recently I spoke about Bodhi. Right, so Bodhi is the prediction market, and it was oversubscribed. They are now currently going to be traded pretty soon. So I'm yet to see whether or not they're going to develop something. Now, if they're going to be stuck at beta, like how Augur is for the longest time, stuck at beta, then I'm going to be pretty disappointed. Yeah, but Bodhi is already traded right now. Okay, thank you, Bitcoin Red. Okay, so you see, that is the thing, right? We are looking for solid infrastructure. We are looking for projects that can form an ecosystem. Does it have to be crypto related or blockchain related? Sure, right? I mean, if you're raising money in this space, naturally you have to say that you're gonna be a blockchain eventually. That's why every time I ask them, are you really gonna be a blockchain, or you're gonna hire developers to build your project on a blockchain next time? Some of them like, they're a little bit hesitant to tell me the truth. But when you have a proper team building on the blockchain, it's expensive. Okay, it's expensive. We're talking about at least minimum high six figures a year, depending on how big your team is and how experienced they are. So when you invest in your next ICO, guys, please don't just read the white paper. Don't just read the white paper and because we are really advanced. If you've been following my channel ever since May, you roughly know, okay, how do we looked at the LinkedIn project, we looked at the LinkedIn profile, how we look at the white paper. All these things are very easily manipulated. Which exchanges? Okay, fine. Exchanges are secondary market trading. We're talking about the bare essence of the fundamentals of the project. It doesn't always have to be a blockchain, guys. Sometimes if they have a working product and they want to raise money via ICO, and they already have an existing business model, just like Omisego, they are at least credible enough to ask for money from the public. And that is why when I say invest wisely, invest what you're willing to lose, this is something that I really have to emphasize again and again. Now, I and my team, we're not here to sometimes give you stellar gains in the next week, but we're definitely here to give you stellar gains through a period. When you stay invested, and you understand where this channel has been developing and how it's going to move forward. That's why Crypto Grinders, we are already into ICO advisory. So we recently stepped into a crowdfunding platform that is licensed in MAS, licensed by MAS, and there's only 4 in Singapore that has the MAS licensing. So in the next few days, I will be sharing more a little bit about this project. Okay, yes, we are ICO advisors, so we are not able to invest in it, but we are advising in terms of, from the cryptocurrency standpoint, what can we improve on this platform and how we can help the platform to grow. So the crowdfunding platform already has projects all lined up. That's one thing good. So even after they have successfully raised money via ICO, okay, so institutions will definitely be investing in it. Will the public be able to invest in it? It depends on how oversubscribed during the ICO period it becomes. We do not know that. Okay, but do they already have the projects lined up to provide the return? Yes, they do, right? Because you don't want to fuck around with the Monetary Authority of Singapore, and especially to attain a license in Singapore, it's not easy. Okay, so we are very careful, and to put the CG brand onto this project is something that we have discussed. We were very selective, and we're very proud to be part of this team. So guys, I'm going up to the mountains today. I hope to probably give you guys a little bit of lifestyle related stuff. And you know what? After all the money that you guys have made through Crypto Grinders channel, right? I really hope that you all will take some profit off the portfolio and enjoy it with your families, guys. Because like I said, this market is not about always investing and investing and investing and never ever liquidating any part of it. You know, yes, we believe that Bitcoin will continue to rise, but you know what? We have already had a stellar return. With regards to ETP Metaverse, they are still a very young project. I've yet to see whether or not they have the same ecosystem that Quantum has or even Komodo has, right? So if they're claiming that they have an X amount of developers and what they're going to do as a smart contract, sure, I'll give it 6 months. If they're still around and they're showing that kind of progress, let's talk about it. Okay, I'm not going to jump and rush into Metaverse at the moment. So as I was saying, whatever money that you make, it's already November, guys. All right, it's almost the end of the year. I'm sure that people who have been following this channel, who have stayed invested based on the recommendations that Crypto Grinders has been providing, you all have made at least good money already. So please take your families out for a nice holiday. Buy something nice for the missus or the husband. You know, buy something nice for the kids. This is why we're investing, people, because we are looking for life-changing income. All right, no point staying invested in this whole market. And if the market tanks 90%, which it could always do, right? Because don't forget, this market is still very young. The volume just happened this year, guys. The coverage, the media coverage from private banks smashing Bitcoin and saying that Bitcoin is used for drugs, illegal activities and all that is only this year. Could Bitcoin correct significantly 30-40% and pull the whole market down 50%? Yes, it could. Please remember that July was a very good example of what happened. Could it happen at the end of the year when all these hedge funds collectively take profit, when all these traders take profit from their positions and just want to enjoy the whole year's gains? Could it happen? Yes. Even for myself as an investor, I still take a portion of whatever I've earned, and I put it into cash or to gold. No shame in that, okay? Yeah, you see, you must understand that at the end of the day, all these projects are very young, but do we need to stay invested in them for them to fruit? Look at Ethereum. Look at how Ethereum has progressed. Look at where Litecoin was. Look at the charts, guys. When you look at the charts, you notice how Litecoin had to gradually progress from where it was and then where it is right now. Same as Ethereum, okay? Ethereum also had to take a while before it showed its muscle. So your expectations have to be in line with the current market sentiment, okay? We have been having it good for quite some time. I understand I know how the young think, you know. They see that they made money very quickly. They hope that the next thing that they invested in would do the same. And when it doesn't, they get heavily disappointed. They get discouraged. They start complaining because you are not matured enough in this space. You don't you don't look at long term. When we say long term, we're not looking at just even 6 months. Sometimes we're looking at 1 year to 2 years. When I spoke to Patrick Dye recently, you know what he told me? He said that Quantum's project needs at least 5 years to even 10 years to establish that solid ground. And you know, look at where Quantum is right now. Do you know that I'm a little bit concerned when I looked at Quantum, and what he's saying is so true, right? Because they only listed on most exchanges in July. Where is their market cap right now? They're already 1 billion in terms of, they are a unicorn, guys. They are a unicorn project already. They're already 1 billion in terms of market cap. And now it's only what, November? So think about it, guys. Think about it. Start being logical. Product, ecosystem, team, look at community. Look at all these things. Is it legitimate? What is the community always consistently conversing about? Is it always about moon? Or is it about, hey, how is your progression coming about? Where is your market presence going to be like in the next 6 to 12 months? The more intelligent the community, that is where you're going to see the whole business start to grow. My CG community, if you look at my Telegram group, guys, we have one of the smartest people in this group because we don't entertain bullshit. You look at the Crypto Grinders chat alone, you see what is the conversations like. There are a lot of smart people in Crypto Grinders Telegram group, I tell you that. And if you have not joined, you can look at the description. Join it and then you'll see. Yes, we have pumpers, but we have so many admins and moderators that the pumpers can put out their signal or whatever shit and it's gone. We don't entertain memes. We are able to share all the information right there, and it's the best, one of the best free resources that we have created. And we're very proud of it. I mean, literally, we're very, very proud of it. We're very strict. Sometimes we are even a little bit more authoritarian than most. But at the end of the day, right, guys, a lot of people can safely say that they learned a lot from Crypto Grinders group. Alright? So with that being said, guys, for those who are watching, thanks so much for watching. And I'll catch you tomorrow for possibly another stream. Be careful with whatever you're investing in. And like I said, don't invest more than you're willing to lose. Alright, guys? So God bless. See you. The Telegram group is all in the Telegram group is all in the description. Yeah, you can click on the description, guys. Alright? Thanks so much for watching.